I'm Toffee and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout video. Today I want to talk about Blackout and Fortnite and whether Blackout will kill off Fortnite when it does fully release. If you don't already know, Blackout is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Battle Royale game mode, and it takes loads of the features from all of the Treyarch Call of Duties and puts them together into one massive battle. But is this actually any threat to Fortnite? Probably not. They are completely different games as it is at the moment. Fortnite definitely has all the building and everything, which makes it completely different to what Call of Duty is at the moment. Call of Duty at the moment is definitely a lot more like PUBG is, and I think PUBG is a game which is really going to suffer when Blackout does come out as the full mode, and especially when it comes out on PC. It's just like you can't really compare PUBG and Fortnite together just because they are completely different games. They are both Battle Royales, but they do play out completely differently. You can't really compare the new Call of Duty Blackout mode with Fortnite, but you can definitely compare Blackout to PUBG because they are very similar in lots of ways. But the biggest problems that PUBG has at the moment is that the games are too slow, mainly because of the map. Everything's a bit too spread out. There's too many gaps in between all the main areas, so this definitely slows down how many kills you're getting and how many engagements you're getting into. It also tries to be a very serious battle royale, the complete opposite to what Fortnite is, but this can sometimes make it really hard to play and it can get pretty boring pretty quickly, just because it is so serious and it's taking ages to find some decent loot. And once you have spent ages looting and you've got everything that you wanted, you can always get sniped in the back really easily and you've just wasted like 20-30 minutes looting and running around for no reason. And obviously it is still really buggy. This is something which everybody's struggling with in PUBG because they just aren't really fixing any of the issues they're having. By this point it's been out for ages, they should have fixed it completely and it should be a perfect game by now, but it really isn't. That's why loads of players aren't playing as much as they used to be. I used to play it loads, but this is one of the reasons why I stopped, and because I got sick of getting sniped in the back when I just spent ages looting, so I just felt like I was more wasting my time than actually having fun playing. But Blackout is actually the complete opposite of all of those things. Blackout is much faster, mainly because of the map design. The map is designed really well. Like I said in my previous video where I talked about a Blackout mode, make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it because I talked about loads of the features in the game. But the map is just out really well, so you can pretty much land anywhere and always be able to find some action because they've got the pacing just right on the map. So wherever you land, you will always find kills, and you'll always find kills pushing towards a circle, mainly because it is quite small, but also because everybody's very spread out, as there isn't one place where everybody always lands, so you can always find kills no matter where you are, meaning that the game's always fun and always fast paced. The features in it as well make it a lot of fun too, just because they've got loads of different things in it, unlike in PUBG, because in this game mode you do have things like perks. You pick these perks up when you're looting and they give you a temporary ability, things like awareness so you can hear footsteps a lot better, dead silence so other players can't hear your footsteps, and loads of other things like being able to see loot through walls very temporarily. So it does make it a lot more fun because there's lots of different ways you can play it. The games are a lot shorter, they're about the same length as Fortnite, about 15 to 20 minutes if you do get to the final circle, and because of this you are always finding players, and you're always in gunfights, meaning that you're not just wasting your time. And the main thing when comparing it to PUBG, even though this is just a beta, it is performing way better than PUBG does. It's extremely stable compared to what that is, and after this beta I'm sure it'll have improved even more. They'll have got rid of a few connection issues where you keep on dropping out of games. They'll have fixed all the bugs in the game that have been reported. But overall the pacing of Blackout is just amazing, so PUBG definitely should be worried because they're doing everything right where PUBG really aren't. They've been spending ages to fix all the problems, but if they had have changed them and made something a bit more like Blackout, maybe they would have done a lot better. But I do see loads of players changing over from PUBG in the future and going over to Blackout. Obviously, I'm not saying that Fortnite won't be affected. Probably some players will move over from Fortnite into Blackout, but it just won't be that many players that'll kill Fortnite off, because Fortnite is still very unique and loads of players will continue to play it because of what it is and because of all the building mechanics. Obviously, I will continue to play it and continue to make videos of it because I do love playing Fortnite, but Blackout is still an amazing game, and it's kind of what I always hoped PUBG would be. The Open Blackout PC beta is on this weekend, so I'm definitely going to be checking that out so I can compare it to how it is on the PS4, and I most likely will be making a video comparing it between the PS4 and the PC, so if you do have both like me, you can decide which platform to get it on. I actually currently have Black Ops 4 pre-ordered on my PS4, but if it does play a lot better on PC, which it probably will do because it is a Battle Royale, then I may be switching over, but I'll talk about that in a future video. But the PC version of Call of Duty is going to be a lot better this year than it normally is, because it has the support of Battle.net, which they got by buying Blizzard. A while ago, Activision bought out Blizzard, and Blizzard own the Battle.net launcher, so because they can put the games on here, they have full control over it and can post anything they want alongside it. They also have a different developer doing all of the PC-sided stuff, so instead of it just being a port essentially being the same game put onto a PC, it's going to be a completely made game for the PC, so taking everything that the normal Treyarch developers make, and Beenox, who are the company doing it, are taking everything made by Treyarch and building it into its own PC game, so it'll be optimised and work the best on PC. So because of all this, it does look very likely that loads of PUBG players who are playing at the moment will transfer over to Blackout. A load of the competitive PUBG players are already very interested in it, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see quite a lot of the pro players changing over, because it does take a lot of the similar skills on PC, and a lot of the organisations just transferring their entire teams over to be a Blackout team when it does take off, because they'll definitely be making it a full competitive game just because it's such a good opportunity. So overall, Fortnite will be fine. Blackout is definitely not going to kill Fortnite off, just because they are such completely different games. Yes, they might lose a few players, but it won't be anything that'll actually kill the game. But I can see PUBG losing the majority of its players and dying pretty quickly. But thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure you leave it a like. Make sure you are subscribing to see more Fortnite and Blackout content when it does fully release. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.